Hey, how's everyone doing this evening or this morning? Hopefully I can get this up before we're into the morning hours. Yeah, this is New York Dan here. And tonight we got a bit of a dilemma. I think it's time to talk about Nomadic Fanatic. Sarasota, I was just watching, he put up a religious Thanksgiving video, 20 minutes or so of, and nothing else. I haven't seen anything else come up today. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Is Miss Tammy in town? We don't know, folks. And I'll tell you what, I have a feeling if she was around, he would have the $45 to go to the doctor. Yeah. She'd be like, let me open up my pocketbook, Timmy, and I'm going to get you out the $45. That's important to get your vision checked. Yeah, she's not around, guys. I don't know what's going on. So, yeah, who knows what he's up to today? What is it? Friday. He hasn't put videos out today. Just that one video. Who knows what happened? Oh, it is Friday. Maybe he decided to drink something stronger than Budweiser non-alcoholic. Yeah, he might be having a one-man party in the trailer this afternoon after he did the one video, and that's it. It's party time. Huh? No. We're going to talk Nomadic Fanatic. How's that, Timmy? Yeah, you lost out. You blew it. You had a chance, and you blew it. Yup. What do you think of that, huh? Yeah, that will sober you up right there. You lost out on being covered by New York Dan today. It was his choice. Yup. All right, so actually, believe it or not, there is some news. Nomadic Fanatic, he is actually doing something unlike Sarasota. Nomadic Fanatic broke out his trailer. He loaded it up, and he hooked it up to a school bus / RV. And he actually drove out. He's mobile. He's going mobile. Yeah, that old song from, what was that from? Woodstock? I'm going up the country. I'm going mobile. Is it Country Joe, or is that a different song? Yeah, Country Joe sang a song. I'm going up the country. And then there's another one, I'm going mobile. They're two different songs. Yeah. So he's actually doing it, guys. But there's some strange stuff going on. He was building this bus out, and in one of his recent videos with the cats, they did the cats' DNA. They had their cats checked, believe it or not. They want to find out if they're related to each other. Huh. I didn't know you had to check that. I'm sure it costs a lot of money, too. You want to find out if these stray cats have a DNA connection, or maybe they trace their roots back to Africa or something. I don't know if they need to check that, the DNA of a cat. You want to find out, was the cat originated from Africa or Egypt? Yeah. I think Egypt might be. Is that on the continent of Africa? It might be. I'm not sure about this. It's by the Mediterranean. We're going above my pay grade here. Yeah. Well, it's near Libya. I think it is on the continent. This is turning into Jeopardy. Yeah. But unfortunately, there are no prizes. Damn. So anyway, yeah, Tater, I'm about to call him Long Island Ken. My brain is scrambled. Yeah, Nomadic Fanatic. His nickname is Tater. Yeah, and believe it or not, he kind of gave himself that nickname. He eats tater tots and all that stuff. And when he bought land and he set up his own little village of like sheds and weird signs and stuff where he could park his RV, he painted on one of the sheds, he called it Taterland. Yeah, he's a big fan of Disneyland, so when he got his own little place set up, he called it Taterland, and then he sold it. He said it wasn't a mistake. It sounds like he lost some money on it. Yeah, he did a lot of work, and then he got rid of it, and he lost some money. Good business decision. No, he said it was a success. It's a learning experience. And then I believe he bought another piece of land, and he's calling it like Tater Acres. Huh. But anyway, the $1 million question, yeah, his girlfriend Diana was with him for the cat DNA thing in that video, and then I haven't seen her in the last couple of vids. And today when he shoved off with the bus, he's going solo. Yup, just a man in his bus. Lone wolf. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I thought the girlfriend was going to be there to do this bus journey with him. I don't know what kind of relationship, what's going on there. Are they on the rocks? You know, that's a song I sing karaoke on the cruise. Oh, I don't think I ever posted when I did the karaoke. I got to go through and get that thing out. Yeah, on the last cruise, the solo cruise I did do karaoke, and I filmed it, but I never put it up because it's a copyrighted song, right? I can put it up in short vid segments. I can put some up. That's what happened. It's still in the phone. I never did that. I also play basketball on the cruise ship. I never put that out. I got all this stuff. I got to like get with it. Leslie sent me some vids. We filmed on her iPhone from the cruise. I never got that out. Yeah, I got to get these things out. Maybe if I have any time, I'll start going through the phone and uploading them. And they're actually in a different phone. This thing is the iPhone. Oh, it's a mess. I got the iPhone with this mic, which actually works. But the mic in the iPhone doesn't work. It comes out garbled. So you have to carry the bass unit around that plugs in. It's a fancy mic system. Yeah, so I can't really use that for filming every day. Then the Sony phone, that has the Godzilla effect when I'm using the selfie cam sometimes. Man, my Motorola phone, the image stabilization's not good enough to make YouTube videos. No, it's okay to film like this, but if you're walking around, it doesn't cut it. So I got 3 phones. None of them are perfect. We're going to check that iPhone 17. We're going to check that and see how big the max is. It's coming up. So, yeah, is it a question of that it's Neil Diamond's, and I've been told not to sing, but what the hell? His famous song, if I can even remember the words, because when you do karaoke, they put it in front of you. How does that go there? Love on the rocks ain't no surprise. Just pour me a drink and I'll tell you some lies. Yesterday's gone. Now all I want is a smile. It's hard to do it without the rhythm, but I think I can do it pretty well. Yeah, is this what's going on with Tater? Is this love on the rocks? Girlfriend's not keeping him company, guys. This is where the cats come into play. This is why, now I'm starting to get it. This is why he has all those cats. Yeah. Keep him company. No girlfriend, man. It's tough. Maybe he just pays the girlfriend to be in the videos. Maybe she's just an acquaintance. Yeah. It could all be a setup, guys. She likes cats, and she has, from what I hear, she likes to live in California, and Tater's not game for that. Yeah. He's not game for that. And I think she has some kind of RV or bus that she lives in. So maybe it's a collaboration. That might be what's going on here, guys. He's just got, man, he's got the cats in his bus. He's got a lot of pussy cats keeping him company. Yup. Yeah. It reminds me of there used to be a cartoon that was on, and it had a catchy song. I used to watch it. Do you guys ever hear of Josie and the Pussycats? It would go something like, Josie and the Pussycats, do 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 do. It was one of those Saturday morning cartoons. Yeah, you guys might remember. I'm lucky I can remember how that song even went. I probably haven't heard that since, like, I don't know what year that was out, 1979 or something. Probably the last time I heard that song. So it's Tater and the Pussycats. That's the new thing we got now. So yeah, this is the last couple videos from Tater. He was basically showing the bus getting ready to leave. He's got a Mickey Mouse sticker on the side of the bus. I guess that's going to make it more fun if you can pretend the bus has something to do with Disneyland. And he also made it a nautical theme with mermaids or underwater shells and different things, and painted it turquoise. And he calls it the Nauti bus. Is that going to make it more fun? Is that something he saw at Disney that he's trying to copy? He wanted to go on Disney cruises. He wanted to do more of those. But every time he goes on the damn cruise, he gets seasick. So he's like screwed over. He was having a fit on the last time he went on Disney cruise. It sounded like the ship was in calm water, because he's like, everyone was in the dining room and they were fine. He's like, I couldn't stay down there. Man, that bites. There is prescriptions seasickness medicine you can get. Leslie got some, and she actually had a good time on the last cruise she went with me. Yeah. And maybe Tater could try some of that. Yeah, if we could get him the right medicine, he might be able to do the cruise. I think the guy is even getting queasy on the bus. He said he's been feeling dizzy the last couple days, and he was getting migraines or whatever. He says it's something with his ear, some medicine he got for that, antibiotics. But maybe it's just the bus. It's on suspension, it's moving around a little. Some of the guys I've seen them with the school buses, they actually have hydraulics, jacks that come down in the corners to stabilize it. Yeah. I don't think I would really need that if the bus is stable enough on the tires. I mean, who cares if it moves around a little? But yeah, that's Tater. He's in the school bus, and hopefully he doesn't get seasick driving that thing, especially with all that nautical stuff around. So yeah, he was getting ready to leave, and he got a baseball bat. He says for defense as well, and he hits the tires with it. I think that's a little bit of manure there. He's like, yeah, they sound good. The tires are at the... No. You got to check the pressure of the tires. You don't just hit them with a baseball bat. And he actually did get a tire monitor for the trailer that shows, like Tim's, like Sarasota has, it's a digital display. You can buy it aftermarket, and a sensor goes in on maybe the valve stems. That will tell him while he's towing the trailer if he's got a problem back there, because he claims you might not feel it and you could have a disaster going on back there and you're like scraping the rims or whatever. The tires could look as flat as the ones on New York Dan's boat trailer. Damn, son. Did somebody sabotage that? Did Long Island Ken do that to me? He was pissed that I didn't run the boat and I went on cruises. He went over there and let the air out of those tires. I think somebody did that crap to me. I'm going to try blowing those up tomorrow with the compressor. I have a portable compressor. We're going to see if they hold air or where is the air leaking from, because I was just over there a week ago and those tires were inflated and they looked fine. I put a short up about this. If you're wondering what I'm rambling about, there's a short video on the channel from today. When it was actually light out, I got up early enough. Yup, I was up early enough today. I was up with the birds. They were not even fully awake. The crack of dawn, we got up. I think it was around 10 o'clock. Yeah. By the way, I looked up in the military. They get up super early, right? They blow the bugle and stuff. I'm like, I wonder what the hell time they go to bed in the military. Supposedly, I looked on, did a Google, and the AI says that they go to bed. It's in military time. I had to convert it. It was 2,100 hours. And that would be 9 p.m. They go to bed at 9. That's pretty early. And they get up at like 5 or 5:30. That's 8 hours. That's 8 hours of sleep. But you're not really making much progress if you get up super early in the morning, but you go to bed very early at night. You're still not getting any more hours. So, I don't know how we went down a rabbit hole here. You know what? The problem is it's getting dark super early in New York, so I'm trying to step up my schedule. That's what my point was. If you've been watching my vids, you know I've been complaining about. That's what I've been complaining about. It gets dark, and it's going to keep getting darker earlier until the winter solstice. I think it's around December 20th. We got more darkness, even more coming your way. Bites. Yeah, you got to get out early or forget it. It did warm up today, though. I shouldn't complain. It was fairly nice out there with just a sweatshirt on. I think it might have cracked 50. It was somewhere around there. Felt much better. I got a whole trailer of debris loaded up, wood, branches. I got to do more on that tomorrow. So anyway, sorry about the rabbit hole. Yeah, going back to my Tater notes. Oh, this is a good point Tater makes. He says, get a dash cam. He's like, they're only like $20 or a little more than that. You put it up and it records on a memory card. It's kind of like a black box. Yeah, if you get an accident, it shows what's happening. Probably a good idea. You got to have it hooked up to power. And you got to maintain it. Everything I buy that goes on the windshield, it seems like the suction cup always dries out. And it lasts a few months. And I'm driving along and all of a sudden the thing's falling off the window. What can you do? Yeah. So what else is going on? Okay, yeah, in the other video, forget about it. You want to talk professional? You want to talk about your appearance on YouTube? His shirt, Tater's shirt, was a mess. Had cat hair and debris all over his shirt. You don't have to look professional on YouTube, apparently. Now, you can be a complete slob. And look, he gets 20,000 views on the video. You believe that? Wow. That whole bus is going to be a cat-haired mess. You're going to need a bottle of Febreze to spray on everything. Oh, man. I don't know how, how can a guy like that really even get a girlfriend? Come on here. Come on. The girls aren't going to like that. All that pet hair everywhere. I don't know. So, let's see what else is going on. His baseball bat for defense. He should just get a pepper spray. That's ridiculous. What else? What's he doing here? Okay, that's the rest of it. That was from the other day. That's why it's so disorganized. From today, he announced he's 30 days sober, Tater. Yeah. But here's the problem. He's sabotaging himself. He's drinking sodas. That's right. He's taken the drink of sorry soda Tim. Sodas. And the problem is they're not sugar-free either. Not that those are good. You can't win. You can't win. Those have too many chemical. Yeah, he has a classic Coke. I saw the can. He said he's been drinking a lot of sodas instead of alcohol. It's even worse for you. You know how all the sugar, you'll be diabetic doing that. Man, he's drinking sugared sodas. Now get this. He has this trailer. If you guys watch his channel, you probably know it's painted in an octopus theme, another nautical theme, right? It's the turquoise, it has octopi. What, more than one octopus, you have octopi? Yeah, it's kind of like from James Bond, Octopussy, the movie Octopussy. Maybe that's what inspired him. But he calls his trailer, he calls it Trailer Swift. After Taylor Swift, the music singer. And I know plenty about Taylor Swift. I've had to endure the pain of her wonderful musical talent. Thanks to my girlfriend. Ay, 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 ay. I don't know what hey, people think she has a cult following. Yeah, they think it's talent there. The music's talent. To each his own. Like Sarasota's Tim says, you do you. Yeah. Oh, that's great music. Oh, man. I don't know. It's not, it might be about the message in the music more than the actual music itself. Yeah. You can put some cheese in your ear. Like on that show, Allo, Allo. Get the cheese. We need more cheese. Cheese Louise. So anyway, yeah, Tater showed us his quad. He paid Billy to fix it up for him. He said do a tune-up, so to speak, but he did a whole bunch of stuff on the quad to get it running. This quad, I don't think it was running. It had big problems. He had to rebuild the carburetor. It's a Honda quad. So he paid Billy to fix it. He drove it around, tested it out, and he was able to fit the quad. It just fit into Trailer Swift. Yeah. He stuck the quad up Trailer Swift. You didn't think that was possible, did you? It was a tight fit, he said. Very tight. And with all his junk in Trailer Swift now, he left a ton. He put a ton of his junk in there. He buttoned everything up and he's on the road. If this works, I'm worried for him, guys. I'm worried for Tater. This is an undertaking. I'd be nervous about this. You're driving a school bus that was so old, the school district basically trash canned it. They have professional mechanics maintaining those buses, and the mechanics know when the buses are worn out and they need to be replaced. They know what's going on. So not only are you doing that, you loaded the bus up with a lot of weight, finishing it into an RV. Yeah, he's got water tanks. He's got black water. He's got all the weight of the wood. Wood is heavy. Yeah, they don't use wood when they build a school bus. No, they try to use very thin sheet metal to finish it off. Wood is heavy. He's got a whole bunch of wood in there, and he's towing trailer swift with it. Man, that diesel's going to be put to a test. I don't know how fast he intends to go. I just checked as of 10:30 p.m. He had not put out a new video showing the actual journey. I'm sure that's coming up. But the way Tater does it seems to be a lot different than Sarasota Tim. Tater edits everything, and he puts music, and he has to make everything look good. But the bad part about that is you don't know what's going on. It's going to be a while before we see the video of how this bus is working. Yeah, it's not like an instant video. You got to wait. You got to wait for it. We don't know what's going to happen. It's also the bus transmission. How's that going to handle pulling all that? And he had problems with it overheating before. Well, now the weather should be cooler. Maybe that will help. But still, something's probably up if it's overheating. Let's hope. I got bad news for you guys too. I actually can tell you this much. I have a lot of experience with diesel engines. Yeah, I have diesels. I have a car, a van, etc. And I can tell you that what happens with these diesels, they still run. I have a Mercedes one, a different one, that the engine, I think it got worn out. The piston rings and the bores just get, if there's too much leakage, it's called blow-by gas. The combustion is blowing by the rings too much. It will still run, but you notice what happens. The worn diesel engine, the fuel economy goes down, has a ton of blow-by gases. If you take the oil cap off, it's like a volcano. And all that heat, that's why your fuel economy is going down. All that heat is taxing the cooling system. So that makes perfect sense. If that bus engine is too worn, it's going to run very hot. It's going to overload the cooling system. A lot of your diesel fuel, the hot exhaust gases are going into the crankcase, and it's making everything very hot with the engine. Yeah, it's bad news. I don't know what's going to happen if this bus, Tater's not really a mechanic. He doesn't really look over the engine carefully. He hasn't really shown many details that I've seen about it. Who knows? Yeah. So that's the latest. He's headed out, guys. That's the latest news on Tater. Tater. The potato man. And yeah, forget about trying to, if you're worried about your health, you're trying to be sober, drinking all that soda and then the taters and all that stuff, that's all carbs. Kiss of death. Bad news, guys. So that's what's going on here. Put up the short today. Maybe I'll be back out with more video tomorrow. Maybe I'll be able to do some Sarasota tomorrow. I'll see how busy I am. Or I'll show you what I'm up to tomorrow if I'm out and about. If I'm getting something to eat that's yummy. Gotta behave, though. Definitely behave. Oh, by the way, guys, on another note, I don't know how many people are even interested in this, but I'm going to keep it very short. I had this paper kicking around. I had gone to Isle Morada in the Florida Keys on a vacation trip. And this was really cool. I picked this up. It was how it's called Wide World Sportsman, or I believe they call it Bass Pro Shops, Johnny Morris Bass Pro. They have a real fancy one. If you're in Isle Morada, stop in and check it. It's really cool. It's a huge Bass Pro Shop. And in the shop, they have basically a replica. It says the half-sister ship of Hemingway's famed Pilar. Ernest Hemingway, he was an avid boater and fisherman. He had fancy wooden boat built up for him. And this thing is basically it looks exactly like Hemingway's. Pilar, the Pilar, they have the copy of Ernest Hemingway's, was built at Weeks Shipyard in Brooklyn in 1933, a year before Hemingway's boat was built by the Wheeler Boat Yard around the corner. Legend has it that Hemingway fished from this boat in 1933 and decided he must own one just like it. So he had his built. Yeah. The price of the boat came to $7,500 in 1934, Hemingway's. Yup. He used monies raised from advances against future articles and royalties for Esquire magazine and Scribner's, his publisher. He christened Pilar in honor of the shrine of Zaragoza. I don't know what that is. And also his wife, Pauline, who had used it as a secret nickname during their courtship. Oh, that was her nickname. I get it. Pilar. I probably never read this before. I was too lazy. I just picked it up. I'm not going to read the whole thing. But long story short, let's see. Oh, wait. Our Pilar, the one that it's a replica boat of Ernest Hemingway's, and it's actually in that Bass Pro Shop. I'm not sure if I mentioned that. It is inside the shop. It's a huge shop, and you can walk up and you can go in that boat. And I've been there. NYD's been in that boat in Isle Morada, Florida. It was really cool to see it. And it's all wood. You'll see it's primitive. It's kind of like Gilligan's Island. It's not a high-tech luxury craft like New York Dan's boat. It's wood. So, get this though. This one I did not know. The Pilar that they have, it says, has a less documented but nevertheless colorful tale to tell. In 1948, she co-starred with Bogart and Bacall in the movie Key Largo, bearing the name Santana on her stern. And in the 1950s, she showed up in the Bahamas as the Blue Heron in the movie by the same name. Blue Heron. I'll have to check these movies out. I didn't even see this. I didn't even read this before. Wow. This boat's been in these movies, and I've actually been on it. Years after, she was left to deteriorate on the shore at Stock Island until someone calling himself Blue Heron Don moved aboard and commenced restoration. Oh, her new fiberglass bottom allowed the old vessel to float once again, but after 9 years, Blue Heron Don died. His job unfinished. Man, that's a downer. Well, in 1978, Tex Perkins moved to Key West from Fort Worth, went into the charter boat business. He was a Hemingway aficionado. There's a tough word to say. He had his eye on the boat for some 10 years, with ideas of restoring her as a Pilar replica. Wow. Okay. So he worked on it. He put now what is this? Okay, he put it at Stedman's Boatyard, help of Cheryl Clark and Kurt Blum. He set out about rebuilding her from the waterline up. They put 2 newly rebuilt diesel engines, new electronics, a modern steering system, a gleaming mahogany, and accessories. Cool. And then finally, Johnny Morris of Bass Pro Shops agreed to sail her up to Isle Morada, and he had the boat transported to his hometown and totally refurbished and returned to Isle Morada. He had it refurbished in Springfield, Missouri, MO. Cool. And apparently the sister ship, Hemingway's original, is in Cuba. There you go, right there. Yup. Yeah, interesting. Hemingway would go between Cuba and Florida all the time, before the embargoes with Cuba. Just so you guys know. Yeah, he's in that area. Pretty cool stuff. You can read more. I'm not going to read everything in here. People don't have attention for that. They don't have the attention span for that. I'll hold it up here and you can pause it. And then you guys can read it on your own. How's that? I'm sure I'm sure the print's big enough. Anyway, that's interesting. Yeah, that's cool to check out if you're down in Florida. You want to go to the Keys. Actually, I just gave Sarasota a great idea. He could take the Wing over there and check that boat out. I'm always giving people good ideas. Everyone steals my glory. Yeah. They coattail riders. That's what they are. They're always looking to steal my glory. I come up with the ideas. They cash in on it. Tim's going to do that. He's going to make $100,000 off my idea. And then he's not even going to meet me when I come down to Florida. Huh. All right, guys, I'll keep you posted on Sarasota and Tater. Hit the thumbs up. I should have said that earlier. Yeah, hit the thumbs up. Your friend, New York Dane. And, yeah, hope everyone has good weather this weekend. Ready to kick the weekend off. This might be the Saturday morning video. Or Friday night video. What else is on? Creature Feature. I wonder what they got on there. I don't know if I should watch that. Yeah, actually. Oh, wow. It's getting late. All right, guys. I got to run. No, I got to get to bed is what I got to do. Or watch Creature Feature. Hope everyone has a great morning. What else was I going to say? We'll see. The birds are still tweeting over there. I got to put them back. And time for night-night. All right, guys. I will see you soon. This is your friend, New York Dan, over and out.